Hello, group. Welcome to Action Rock Corner. I'm your host, Richard May. Today, the Continental Lovers. I love it. But I have to warn you, it's pop music. Now, being a 2025 rock and roll band, they don't dare refer to themselves as pop. There is no 21st century universe where this is getting airplay, except for the underground garage in the United States. And, Vanilla Steven. The music, they name check all the right bands. They're absolutely right in who they name check. Cheap Trick. You love your Cheap Trick? Sure you do. I like them. I love them. Got them. They name checked Joan Jett. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Even some Runaways. Absolutely correct. And my favorite song, or second favorite song, I haven't made my mind yet, is a love letter to Joan Jett. A song called St. Joan. Green of American rock and roll. They're absolutely right. And of course, it's more Joan Jett this period. I love rock and roll. That stuff. Not where she's fronting Nirvana necessarily. But hey, it's all good. I'm a fan. Leave it at that. And they name check the New York Dolls. As well they should. What people forget is New York Dolls has a lot of pop in it. Going back to 60s garage and soul and R&B. It's in there. Don't let that turn you off. The reunion show for New York Dolls. Doing my research, I read that the guitar player, remember what we're referring to, Continental Lovers, had a cup of coffee as guitar player for Glenn Matlock. This is also appropriate. Now, you remember who Glenn Matlock is, right? This is a solo record from a couple years ago. Very nice, by the way. But he's not known for pop music. He's the real bass player in the Sex Pistols. He's the one that got sacked because it was revealed that he liked the Beatles. God forbid. Okay. So they sacked him for Sid Vicious, who couldn't play. Now the Sex Pistols on the road again, of course, it's Glenn Matlock on bass. As you should be. Because he's the one that actually plays in all the records. Glenn did not disappear in between his solo career and the Pistols. Did this record with Iggy Pop. Nice record. Yep. I also did a record with Ian Hunter. Mott the Hoople. England Rocks. Cleveland Rocks. All the young dudes. This record, you freeze it, you'll see the credit for Glenn being in the band. You also see, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, folks. Sorry. Cleveland International Records. Glenn Matlock and Ian Hunter together. And they name check the Ramones. And there's definitely a Ramones element. One more Ramones. I own Ramones. These songs are short and punchy. 13 songs, 35 minutes. Thank you very much. Short and punchy like a Ramones record. Or an old 60s record. Nice short songs for the radio for Wixie 1260 and wherever the top 40 station in your town was. Back in the early 70s and late 60s. I love it. Don't get me wrong. But, and they tell the record reviewers, oh, we're punk. We're glam punk. Yes. Yes, they are. Absolutely agree. And they're talking reviewers about 20, 25 years at least younger than me. Maybe 30 years younger than me. Or more. I'm old. But I hear a lot of 70s glam rock. Not metal. 70s glam rock in this. A lot of the sweet. A lot of Gary Glitter. Well, not Gary Glitter. Not cool to mention Gary Glitter anymore. But a lot of 70s pop of the glam rock of that period. I hear a lot of that here. And the warning is, now my favorite songs, I got 3 favorite songs. St. Joan, the tribute to Joan Jett. Love that. Paraffin Lips. Love that. Love, love, love. And Dale Arden. You remember who Dale Arden is? No, you don't. And these guys are under 40, I take it. Probably a lot under 40. All right. So where do they get Dale Arden from? That's oldie. I knew that part rather right. It's like, okay, I remember the name. Where did I get that? And being an old comic book nerd and sci-fi but larger comic books. Remember your Flash Gordon? Maybe you don't. This I got for $1. It's an old TV show from the 1950s. You know, Flash Gordon, big athlete, gets sent to Mungo and fight evil and other planets and conquers the galaxy and universe. It's fun. Been redone a lot since this first came out in the mid-30s. You know, 1930s. Are we getting 90 years now? Yeah, it's 90 years. Yes, 90 years of Flash Gordon. I love this just fine. I'm a comic book nerd. I read all the revivals. Okay. In comic book form and TV and some cheap movies. You may know it best from a cheesy 1980 film that Queen did the soundtrack for. Remember that one, don't you? I don't think I own that record. And Queen would be a nice reference for this band too, to a point, in pop music, but not really. But then, in doing my research, there was a revival of Flash Gordon in 2007 and 8 on the Sci-Fi channel. So that may well be where these kids fell in love with Dale Arden, as well they should. Dale Arden was a spitfire, as he used to say. Dale Arden can kick your ass. That's the point. Of course, in the old days, she was a damsel in distress. But they made her a spitfire later and she can kick your ass. Now think about this series, if I remember my research right. I watched this, didn't I? Yeah, she kicked ass here. Yeah, she did. So, those are the 3 songs I really love. The other songs, they're great. But I warn you, if you're a diabetic, or not in the mind frame of maybe we're older watching this. Maybe there are some young people watching this. We love you all, okay? But if you're like a teenager in teenage angst, the rest of these songs are for you. This is teenage songs that could be on a Partridge Family album, okay? Don't remember the Partridge Family? God loves you. Remember the Monkees? You don't? God loves you. Now, I love the Monkees. I love the Partridge Family. I do. I've been to the show. I watched the shows. But we're talking that kind of saccharine love song angst of meeting the girl and oh boy howdy. Okay? So that's a lot of the songs in between. They're great songs and they rock. This band rocks, and you see them live. I read and I can hear you're going to a punk rock show. And they're on tour in England right now. This is cool stuff. But if you listen to the lyrics and listen to this record, which is on YouTube, Continental Lovers, self-titled, it can get a bit much. I'm a few generations past that stage of love. And it's great. This is where the name checks come in. Because, the Ramones and Cheap Trick, they do this sort of love songs too. And Joan Jett and whatever else. They don't go into it as much as these guys do. These guys wallow in teen love angst. Is angst a $5 word for you guys? You get it, you know the word. They're just all into that sugar. They're swimming in it. Pure Oreo cake, cream stuff. They're swimming in this stuff. It's in there. And your girlfriend will love it. Your wife will love it. The mother of your children will love this. She will love those angst songs. The woman in your life will think you have death because you're listening to this, okay? And maybe you do. Good for you. Good for you. But It's great. And I did put St. Joan, Parent Lips, and Dill Arden in my faves so that I can hear them again when I do my YouTube music likes shuffle, because they're that good. They're wonderful songs. You should hear them. And there's one song that should be a hit. Hit. Just massive hit if it was released 40 years ago. Isn't that 40 years ago? It's called Wedding Song. Wedding Song is just perfect, just wonderful. A bit much for me. But for a pop song, Wedding Song. You know, the girl marries someone else. And he's in angst for using this girl to another man who's now married to someone else. Get the plot? A good 2 minutes of this, or whatever the time of the song is. All these songs, none of them go past 3. Boom, hits ya, it's gone. Wedding Song is a reaper. Power pop reaper. You be crying, man. That hits you where you live, especially guys with a divorce or 2 under your belt. It's great stuff. Failed to mention, they're English, but you can't tell by accent. And that's what I got. It's great. Take the punk aspect to its reference, and of course the cover screams punk. No. Yes, it's there. Punk is an elastic term in 2025. And punk was, of course, always more about fashion than a musical style. This is pop music. Cheap Trick, the original New York Dolls, Joan Jett. They're punk too. Well, Cheap Trick is not punk. The Ramones, Joan Jett, heck yeah. They're punk. And they're pop. Boy, they pop. Especially when you get the wrong section of a record. They're pop. But not as pop as this. But it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm your friend. I'm Richard May, your friend. I love it. I don't talk about nothing that I don't love. Okay? I love this record. You should too. Find it on YouTube. Continental Lovers. Alright? Self-titled. Bunch of stuff. Got videos and everything. Yeah. That's why my choice of t-shirt. Michael Stanley Band. Teenage love song angst. Lord knows Michael Stanley Band was a bunch of that. That's why I chose this t-shirt today. Well, as a tribute, we lost Michael. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you. Great record. But you're warned. Okay? So, that's all I gotta say. Go on YouTube, find it, love it. buy it if you're a physical buyer. I am told there's a CD version. I'll probably have to ask for it. If you like this video, give it a like. Give it a like. Subscribe. Ring the notification bell. Leave a comment. Go listen to some Continental Lovers. The first 2 tracks are great. Tape Deck is their opener track. Nice opener. Leave a comment. And for the latest in action rock, garage rock, and classic legacy bands, come back here. I got more for you. 21st century is wonderful. There is stuff out there for days of new material of all kinds of things. You would never have thought, some of you may never thought this would come out in 2025. You'd think it was 50 years too late, or 40 at most. It's here. It's here for you. Go find it. YouTube, Continental Lovers. I'm repeating myself. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Have fun.